Hey, what's up, guys? This video is about what to do when running a business. So for the people who's out there and they're working on, they think about starting a business. Ideally, you want something that the easiest way to get in business is to do something that somebody don't want. It's gonna be the dirty stuff. It's gonna be trash removal, junk removal. It's gonna be waste removal. Lawn. You got the gutter cleaning jobs. You got the roofers. Like all the work that's mostly these jobs are gonna be outside. That's like the quickest way to go ahead and start a business and you start making revenue. So, the pressure wash. I'm gonna say this too. When you guys start a business, never be the $99 guy. I promise you. What's gonna happen is you're gonna get some shitty. Most of your customers are gonna be shitty customers because they pretty much want you to do something for free. So damn near all your customers are gonna be shitty. And on top of that, the reason why you can't be the $99 guy is because when something breaks, you won't have enough capital to get that fixed. So with that being said, you'll go out of business. I see a lot of these guys, they just fly by night type of, bullshit ass little companies, and they the $99 guy. First of all, the equipment they have is trash. I understand you got to start somewhere, but there's so many things that's going against you. You literally, besides you getting a little money, you think it's a lot, but it's not, because all the work you do to travel, we include all that, taxes and, your repairs. You literally ain't really making any money. So the guys who they want their little quick cash, they doing something, so automatically the equipment's already trash, which takes you long to get the job done. You can't do it efficiently. And then if you won't have enough money to level up to buy new, better equipment. So that's another problem you're dealing with right there. So this is the thing too. I see on these, like the Facebooks and the Nextdoors and stuff like that. When someone needs some kind of service, everybody, go in in the comments and they start bidding. The worst thing you do is start that dumbass trend when you race it to the bottom. Oh, I do it for $230. Oh, I do it for $200. Oh, I do it for $150. Oh, I do it for $100. Oh, I do it for $60. Why are you doing that? At that point, listen, man. Whatever works for you, do your research, and it depends on where you're at, right? Your area, what city, what state you're in. Price is gonna be different based off of cities and states. So do your own research and find it out. Figure out what's your hourly rate, whatever's comfortable for you. Make sure you got enough to to fall back on and to keep investing and to keep advertising your company and stuff like that. Because for the most part, you can't get it on. You pretty much can't go anywhere unless you're like on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, literally just straight up advertise your business for the free, but at some point you have to pay ad space. So anyway, you need enough money to get the job done, to pay yourself, to pay for your equipment, your taxes, and then if you advertise whatever, you be able to pay for that as well. So don't be ashamed or don't get upset because the customer gonna try to they're gonna try to will and deal you. I'm gonna be honest with you, how it's going now. The price is the price, bro. You might, knock off a couple dollars, but don't be knocking off, $100, $80. Like, you gotta do your own research depending on what you're doing. So with that being said, if you see somebody who's trying to lowball you, whatever, if you got a service that's $250, and then, you guys are, letting the customer know, and the customer come back, hey, I got a guy that'll do it for $150. You can budge a little if you want to. At the end of the day, it's your company, but not really. I'll be like, okay, well, the best I can do is like $20 or maybe $30. Other than that, if they still want you to drop it, don't even work and say, ma'am, sir, apparently, I'm not in your price range. Go ahead and go with the next option. I understand. And leave it like that, bro, because at the end of the day, they waste your time. You can be using that time to be talking to an actual customer. A customer actually has money that'll go ahead and pay full price and won't even blink. Because that's the thing, too. You get into that rut where you're dealing with the poor. I'm just calling it what it is. You get into that rut to where you're dealing with poor people, you'll start to develop that poor mindset already. You're probably doing something, okay, waste removal. Like people got the septic tanks. You probably, I think it's about 800 and up, 800 to 1200 to drain out someone's septic tank. Okay, that's the price. That's the industry price right there, right there. And if you have somebody that wants you to do it for $300 or $400, knowing damn well your average is $900, don't even waste your time, bro. Just go ahead and I'm not in your price range. Go ahead and go in, the next best option. I understand, and keep it moving, bro. So that's the thing too. Don't be trying to, I'm gonna undercut the competition by half Don't do that, bro. They charging that price for a reason. They paying for equipment. They paying for the employees, insurance, the waste. You got to do whatever you get into. Do your research on that, bro. And I'm gonna say this too: if everybody's doing it, don't get into it. I'm a prime example. Pressure washing. What was it? Was it last year? 2 years ago? 2 years ago. Pressure on YouTube. Pressure washing. The pressure washing business just blew up. The game, which is all you couldn't get away from a pressure wash commercial. Somebody trying to sell you a course, or somebody got a video about how to pressure wash. So they caught my attention because first of all, it's not hard to get into. Well, it's not difficult at all. But the cost to get into the business was very minimum. So okay, they caught my attention. I seen how much they charge, how much they pay, the customers to pay, how much they charge, how much they can make doing pressure washing. So I'm like, okay, that sounds good. So I started doing my research. Okay, hey, buy this, do this, and this, that, charge this, and all that other stuff. Cool. So I'm like, okay, this has my interest. This has my interest. So as time went on, more and more people started getting into it, started watching the videos, and everybody, I'm like, okay, everybody, I'm gonna start my pressure washer, or I already started my pressure washer company. All right, cool. So I'm still doing research. Remember, it's no rush, bro. Like, you gotta do your research because you don't want to, put your money in something that at the end of the day, it's like, this ain't gonna work for me or whatever. Or it's not saying it don't work. It may not work for you. Depending on, you might be in a certain area or whatever. It's like, man, this pressure washer thing ain't working over here in Cincinnati or whatever, wherever you at, you know what I mean? But you gotta do the research before you start buying all the equipment, all that other stuff. So I'm watching, I'm like, okay, a lot of people getting into this because, it's easy to get into. Cool. Kept doing research. I'm reading reviews and everything like that. Now I start seeing the reality. Remember the glitz and glamour. Oh, I got the equipment. I hit it all the time. Oh yeah, getting the equipment, starting the business is easy. But when it's time you gotta get the customers. All that stuff don't matter. You gotta get the customers. So everybody buying brand new this, brand new that. As time went on, I started to read these comments. It went from, I started my pressure washing business to, oh man, it's been 3 months. It's hard. I haven't got a customer yet. I'm like, uh-oh. Kept reading. That's why I kept seeing it. And guess what? At the end of the day, you start seeing a whole bunch of $99 guys. You see, they start putting up ads on, doing little commercials on YouTube, on Facebook, and all stuff like that. $99, and it got so bad to where they dropped the price to $80. I'm like, bro, at the end of the day, you have to have a minimum price you're gonna charge. These guys are so desperate, they don't give a shit. They just try to get a customer to where they damn near doing it again for free. I'm like, bro, I ain't doing all that. I'm not paying for the equipment. I'm not buying the pressure washer. You gotta get a trailer, or you gotta get a truck with a trailer, or you gotta get all these chips. You gotta do all this stuff. And for me to, first of all, leave my house, pack up, go to wherever the hell you at, and do a job that I'm gonna be there for 2 hours for $80. Nah, bro. You're not handing out sandwiches. You're not selling lemonade. This is a different level. This is a different level. So these guys don't even have a minimum. They just throwing this dumbass prices, $60 an hour. And like, nah, bro, I ain't doing all that. You work for free. So that when the pressure washing market got so diluted, people started selling their stuff. So guess what? I am a dedicated shopper on Facebook Marketplace. Getting on Facebook Marketplace, looking for a deal. All of a sudden, I started seeing pressure washers pop up. All of a sudden, like, okay, all right. Pressure washer here, pressure washer there, pressure washer trailer here. I'm like, damn. So anytime you see somebody selling the same product, that means it's no bueno. So I'm like, okay. Went back, did some more research. Everybody that's watching these same guys is telling them what to do, selling courses. They come back and they complaining. Oh man, I had to shut the business down. I wouldn't make no money, this and that, and all that crap like that. And now the guys, they getting mad. The ones that selling courses, they want you to, share, subscribe, them kind of guys. Now they get mad at the people like, oh, you're not trying hard enough. You got to keep advertising. I'm like, bro, at some point in time, if you doing all this for 3 months, obviously not saying they doing, most likely they not doing something right. But at the end of the day, if I'm getting a whole lot of people, if I'm seeing a whole lot of people complaining about they not getting any jobs, or the jobs they getting they ain't worth it or whatever like that, that tell you something right there. So again, if you're gonna get into something like that, don't, if anything, like the guy said this a long time ago, don't join the gold rush, just sell the shovels. So in that case, instead of you like, oh, I'm gonna be on the front end, I'm gonna be pressure washing, just sell the equipment, sell the courses. You know what I mean? Make sure you know what the hell you're talking about. Don't be trying to jip people but actually sell them some valuable information, or sell you your services to where you can help them advertise. This guy, he does that, but not really, because now he's making this money on the back end. Now he's like, okay, well, I just pressure wash every now and then instead of me doing it Monday through Friday or Monday whatever. He just pressure wash every now and then, so he'll get the big jobs now instead of him just getting whatever jobs he can get. Now he cherry picks. Okay, I'm just gonna do the big jobs now, and then like the rest of the money I get from helping people advertise. Like he advertises. What's the word for it? He's an ad company, so he's an ad agency. So all he do is he'll do all the the advertising for the guys who's in the business or whatever, charge them a monthly fee, and then he'll get them customers. So that's why he's trying to transition. Well, he is transitioning into just doing that. He's like, okay, instead of me being on the front line, pressure washing every day, over there hounding the customers, trying to get my money, whatever like that, I'll just get the new people that's coming in, in the business. They'll do that, and I'll just go ahead and advertise for them. So that's how you want to go about it. Don't always try to be on the front line, bro. Like when you see a lot of people getting into something, don't join the gold rush, sell them the shovels. That's all it is to us. Okay, well, we got a whole lot of businesses. They say they got a hard time getting customers. Okay, well, let me help them advertise their business. I'll charge them a fee. Just stuff like that. So that's all it is to it, man. You just gotta just do your research. Don't rush into it. At the end of the day, if you see a whole bunch of people that's doing it, bro, don't join in with them. If anything, sell them the services to help them run their business, the products and stuff like that, to help them advertise. That's all it is to it, bro. Just do that, and you better off doing that than you just getting out there. Like, oh, let me go get me a truck and a brand new skid with the pump, and let me go ahead and go out here and make $3 million a week. Nah, bro, nah, because that you gotta understand, and that's the thing too. That's not a want. That's a need. Like you buying a 80-inch TV when you already got a TV. There's nothing wrong with it. You just want to get a bigger one. So situations like that, nothing wrong with it, but people do it. The mobile car washing. At the end of the day, bro, that's not a want. That's a luxury thing. Like buying a Rolex. You don't need no damn Rolex. You know what I mean? You can just get a regular old watch. But that's what they want. You know what I mean? It's not a need. It's a want. So when it comes down to pressure washing, if you're doing with residential, it's gonna be a luxury thing, bro. So don't expect these people just to be like, oh yeah, I need my stuff pressure washed every weekend. Like they getting their grass cut or whatever. They even say they don't get their grass cut. Cause I be seeing the people complain like, bro, nobody about to drive way out there, fucking 30 minutes out their way to cut your grass for $15, front and backyard. They want you to trim the hedges. They want you, they want you to do it for free. And they act like they're doing you a favor. So that's the thing too, like, certain situations, like, you dealing with HOA, where they, you got one of them contracts with HOA, you good as far as cutting grass. You ain't gotta worry about it. You ain't gotta talk to nobody. You just go out there, cut everybody's grass, get your pay, get the hell on. Now with pressure washing, that's more of a luxury item, because people, they house not gonna burn down if they never pressure wash their house or their roof or they driveway. So understand that. So you guys gotta understand what you're getting yourself into, because a lot of these people, it's always, if it works, it works. But at the end of the day, a lot of people just selling courses, bro. They really don't give a damn if you're successful now. They just want you to buy their course and get the hell out their face. So when you guys are out here looking for something to do to get into, whatever, you want to make some money, just pay attention, do your research, go through the comments, call these companies and ask them, bro. That way you know what you're really getting yourself into. But again, like to say, with the pressure washing, everybody and their mom was getting into that, bro. I was going to Home Depot, I was online, sold out. I'm like, God dang. And all of a sudden now, get on Facebook Marketplace, you'll trip over so many goddamn pressure washers they got on sale. And then the thing about it is, a lot of guys, they quit early, so they bought the pressure wash for full price. They selling it for less than full price, less than half. So I'm like, if you really want to get into it now, go ahead and get it, because at the end of the day, no matter what, you're not pressured to hurry and start making money, because you really didn't spend any money to get into it already. You got the equipment for less than half. So that's the pressure, like, okay, cool. I ain't really spent a lot of money getting into it, so you can take your time and build it up that way. But a lot of people, they'll get their stuff, they all live, and they think they're gonna start making money out the rip. Nah, bro. If it's easy, you're gonna have way more competition. So you really don't want to get to something that's super easy to get into. Again, just do your research and go from there. But that's reality, bro. So a lot of people just want to, this next best thing is a quick money getter, or whatever they want to call it, and they spend all their savings to get into it, and then 2 weeks later, oh man, this ain't working out, and they quit. When in reality, you got to be consistent. You got to keep advertising. Even if you get a customer, you got to keep. That'll never stop. Look at Coca-Cola. Look at Nike. Look at all these big brands. They still making commercials to this day. because they want to get to the point where they pretty much hypnotize you to keep buying their products. So you think if those multi-billion-dollar companies are still advertising to this day and everybody know about it, worldwide companies, and you think you ain't got to do that? Nah, bro. You better get your ass on Google Ads or whatever and start pushing out your company. That's the only way it's going to work. Of course, you got word of mouth, but you still got to get out there, because that's at the end of the day, long story short, something like pressure washing is not in a high demand. Now you got certain cities to where it's like, okay, people messing with it, but it's not like getting their grass cut. Because at the end of the day, it's like, man, I ain't about to do this. Pressure washing, you got people that are, nah, I'm okay with that. Mobile detailing, like, nah, I'm okay with that. That's why you gotta charge so much, because you're not gonna get that many customers by doing that. That's just reality. At the end of the day, it's best to go commercial. But you know, when you're doing something like that, you gotta get the money any way you can. You just can't be stuck on one group of people. Like, oh, I'm only gonna do residential, I'm only gonna do commercial. Now, Playboy, you gonna have to do both, because the demand is not there for that kind of work. That's just reality. So then you gotta advertise even harder. Your prices gotta be on point, because you're not gonna get customers all the time, every day, all day, bro. Nah. It'll be times when you get a customer a week, and you over here want to do it. You over here did a job for $80, and that's the only customer you have for the whole week. That's why you can't be the $99 guy, bro. Because them customers ain't coming on, and then you think you got somebody loyal, man. Them customers ain't loyal, bro. They'll find somebody who'll do it for, you doing it for $80. They'll find a high school kid that do it for $75, and then they'll forget you. That's the reality, bro. That's why you gotta charge what you have to charge. Whatever the market says to charge that price, bro, and keep it pushing. Don't be trying to sell yourself short thinking that they gonna really rock with you, bro. People don't care about you, bro. They don't care about you, man. Charge what you gotta charge, and that's it, and keep pushing. At the end of the day, why are you negotiating with somebody that don't want to do a certain job? If I know I gotta pump your septic tank, and you gonna come to me and be like, oh, you think you can give me a discount for what? Why I'm gonna give you a discount when you not gonna do this? You don't have a septic tank truck. You ain't gonna dump this out. You ain't gonna pay the dump fees. You ain't gonna be, bent over smelling shit all day. Nah, bro, you ain't about to do that. You ain't got full coverage on your truck. Nah, you ain't gotta advertise every day, all day, let people know where you at. You over here competing with other companies. You want me to give you a discount? Nah, bro, at the end of the day, you gotta get this done. You gotta get this done. So it's best to get into jobs like that where they have to get stuff done. Food industry, they gotta clean the kitchens, they gotta sterilize, they gotta do all this other stuff. They don't want to do it because they don't want to spend the money. But guess what? You got the city on their back. They gonna have to do it, and if they don't, they will get a fine, and then they still gotta do it on top of that. So they gonna lose even more money. So get to something where people have to get stuff done, not if they want to. Like, not saying that that won't work for you. At the end of the day, you gotta try it out and see if you don't mind doing it, no matter what. Because I could be making $1 million a year, cutting down trees or whatever. You can get into it, but you might not like it. That's the thing too. At the end of the day, you gotta actually not saying you gotta love it. I understand, you just gotta be in a position to where you don't mind doing it. If you get into that spot to where you don't mind doing it, you're gonna be okay. But if you're doing something you completely hate doing every single day, bro, you need to find something else. So it's not so much necessarily saying that, oh, I can make money doing this. It's the fact is that's true, but do you mind doing it? Because at the end of the day, you have to do that. Now, at some point, you grow the business to a higher employees. I get that, but at the very beginning, you gotta have your feet on the ground. You gotta be over there putting in that work, bro. So understand, at the end of the day, you gotta find something that you enjoy doing or don't mind doing, and then you can go from there. But at the end of the day, the tip I can give you guys, whenever you get out here, at the end of the day, it's a contract work or whatever. Make sure you find something. If you want something that's gonna, that's not gonna take so long to pick up, find something where people don't want to do it. And it's gonna be the dirty jobs, bro. But that's what's gonna make you the money. Because at the end of the day, if you picking up trash, first of all, a lot of them don't have a truck or a trailer. They not gonna clean out their grandma's house and then take it all the way to the dump and offload it. First of all, they got loaded, and then they gotta go to the dump. They got offloaded and stuff like that. They gotta worry about all the, you getting a nail in your tire. They don't want to deal with all that, bro. So with that being said, charge what you gonna charge. Charge accordingly, and don't be out here. First of all, if you new, don't be. You can do what you want, but I'm telling you what it is, bro. Don't be going out here out the gate giving out deals. Oh yeah, I'm giving out discounts. How you giving out discounts? You ain't making no money yet. That makes no sense. If you're gonna do discounts, do that after you start making money. I'm just giving you guys these important tips. A lot of guys go out here, they think they know what's going on, or I'm just on the competition. So this dude You supposed to pressure wash his house for $300. You didn't call other people, other companies, and say, hey man, how much it costs to pressure wash his house? Oh man, the minimum is $300. And everybody else charge you the minimum $300 and up. Your dumb ass want to do it for $150 and thinking that you winning. All right, bro. But anyway, if you guys got any questions, any concerns, you already know what to do. Leave them down below. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and no matter what, always protect your peace, your pockets, and your purpose.